So as you guys know, with State of Decay 3, if you've been following this channel, has been on a recruiting binge and hiring what looks to be pretty important roles for the game, and within that we've even managed to get snippets of the direction of where this game is headed. Things like wildlife to be added, focus on story elements, and even online components. But an insider was able to find out that Undead Labs just snatched up a pretty top tier talent from a well-known franchise that he's been at for the last 20 years. And I'm going to tell you why I think this is significant, especially because he might bring some knowledge and work on one thing this franchise has been missing since its inception. As always, if you're new here, subscribe so you guys are always up to date with all things State of Decay 2 and 3 related. Alright, so this has been making the rounds around the internet with tons of articles out there on this. It was first brought to the attention by an insider on Twitter who's broken a lot of news in the past with Xbox related things, but he shows that the technical art director at Volition joins Undead Labs as the principal technical artist. Even goes on to show this graphic here that showcases how Undead Labs has now pretty much doubled since Microsoft has bought them, as they are preparing for State of Decay 3, which is pretty significant. And again, if you've paid attention to this channel, you've seen the crazy amount of job listings we've been seeing. All sorts of talent has been getting acquired, but what makes this key acquisition to Undead Labs significant is that Mitri Van has worked on the Saints Row franchise for over 20 years, since 1999. I mean, just take a look at his portfolio and you can see, I mean, he's done a lot, and he just joins the Undead Labs team as of this November as that principal technical artist for State of Decay 3. So how is this significant in any way? Well, as you guys can see, he joins a team like Undead Labs after working on mostly one franchise and has been at one place for over 20 years. To me, that's pretty crazy. He's also been working on the current Saints Row 5 that is set to release sometime next year, but I think where his expertise is going to be really valuable, in my opinion, is in character creation. Now, if you look at the current trailer for the newest Saints Row coming out in 2022, I mean, the art style isn't really that much different, I guess, from what you kind of see with State of Decay, but going back to the character customization, that easily has been one of State of Decay's weakest points without a doubt, and I think this is where Mitri is going to shine, hopefully bring some creative mindset over from that Saints Row franchise that definitely tends to flourish in that department. As for what else could this mean, I mean, just taking a look at the upcoming Saints Row trailer, maybe that could be a precursor to the type of art style we'll see, but I think that's a little bit of a stretch at this point to assume we'll see that exact same art style because of Mitri joining Undead Labs. Either way though, I think this is a great thing for State of Decay 3, especially in that department that I mentioned about the character creation, and the fact that Undead Labs is able to recruit someone like this with this much experience, that especially that has been at one place for so long, tells you guys how big of a project this game is going to be and how it's being taken very seriously. So I, for one, am very excited to see what this means as we continue to gather these little pieces of info. It really just keeps coming together for something pretty awesome. At least that's what it looks like on the surface. Let me know what you guys think of this hire, and do you guys think we'll see the same type of art style that we see in Saints Row? Would you guys be happy with that? Let me know down in the comments. With that, I'm Sunny, and as always, stay safe out there, survivors.